everybody? Welcome back to Does Boxing. We back with another one. So we're gonna do a recap of last night's or this past weekend's fights, and then we're gonna touch on some news and notes. Before I do that, I want to salute everybody that will come through the building. Make sure you guys hit the like button, subscribe, all that good stuff. Feel free to drop a comment. You can follow me on my social media. It's scrolling across the bottom. Twitter at OverJ, Instagram at Does Boxing. Y'all know how we do. We're gonna get to it though, for sure. I mean, Andre in the building. What's good with you, bro? Says a guaranteed war. Yeah, that's gonna be a hell of a fight, for sure. We're gonna touch on all that too. But this, we'll go back and do a recap. I'm not sure if everybody caught the fights this past week, but y'all already know what time it is. So we started with Thursday night. It was a Golden Boy show on the Zone from Costa Rica. Yoka Valle, she unified the titles versus Gwen. It was a one-sided fight, really. You know what I'm saying? Valle just signed with Golden Boy, and she getting the opportunity to become unified champion at 105 pounds. And we know Sanisa Estrada campaigns at that weight class. She's the WBA champion, so that's a big fight that we all look forward to. We know Sanisa just left Golden Boy, and they pushing Valle. You know what I'm saying? That if y'all seen the fight and seen the atmosphere down there in Costa Rica, it was crazy. Like she got a lot of support. So she's definitely a marketable champion. You know what I'm saying? So we'll see what happens with that. But that was a decent performance from her. And then we should be seeing something soon, maybe before the end of the year. You know what I'm saying? She's been staying active. She fought in June, and then she just fought past Thursday. So maybe she get another one in. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, that card was on the Zone. It was also on the Golden Boy YouTube channel. If you guys want to go back if you missed it, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, that was a good performance by her. TX Boxing in the building. What's good with you, bro? Salute. All right, moving on. So we got this one right here. This is on ESPN Plus, headlined by Kristen and Mbilli. He stopped DeAndre Ware in 2 rounds. You know what I'm saying? Dropped him 3 times. He's number 3 in the WBC. Excuse me. He won the WBA international title, so they're gonna get him some world rankings. He's right there for a world title. Now, probably ain't no big time rush because at 168, it's a lot of shit going on, a lot of drama at the top. Canelo, then he got mandatories with Benavidez and Morrell and William Skull, and you know what I'm saying, the shit that's going on in the WBO with Zach Parker and Demetrius Andre. So, and Billy, he probably ain't gonna get a world title shot soon, but he's right there. Like, he's a real good fighter. You know what I'm saying? I like him. So he put on a good performance. Simon King, he had a crazy situation. His opponent basically quit, you know what I'm saying? He was protesting or whatever. I guess we're talking about money or whatever it was. But that was crazy. That's some shit that probably could have been settled before the fight. He just signed with Top Rank. I want to talk about him later. Mary Spencer, now she's on the come up for sure. She had a good amateur career. She scored a first round knockout over Cynthia Lozado. Easy work. And she fights at 154 pounds. She's going to be a problem in that division. I know we got big fights. We had Natasha Jones unified with Patricia Bergalt a couple weeks ago. You know what I'm saying? Become a unified champion. And then on the 24th, we got Hannah Rankin versus Terry Harper for the WBA title. So she fits right in. I actually think Mary Spencer is the best at 154. So we'll see. You still got Marie-Eve Declare. So the way I'm just watching her and how her skill set is. She's a big fighter. She's like 5'11", 6 foot. We got a lot of power. She's gonna cause a lot of problems for girls at 154. So stay tuned for Mary Spencer for sure. D-Lo 44 boxing in the building. What's good with you, bro? Salute. All right, run down some more fights. Pro Box had a card headlined by Brandon Glanton. Now he like number 14 or 15 in the WBO rankings at cruiserweight. He had an easy performance, body shot, second round knockout. He been calling out Lawrence Okoli. I'm down with it. Lawrence Okoli, like he got 1 fight left on the matchroom, his matchroom deal. So we'll see. Hakeem Lopez, he suffered a defeat on this card. Otar, he's a fun fighter at 130 pounds. He got the victory over Cesar Juarez and Marcus Valle. He stopped Benjamin Whitaker. So Yeah, it was a pro box. I like their shows and stuff. They've been building guys and keeping guys active, and that's good for somebody like Brandon Glanton because I believe he's a top 10 cruiserweight, real talk, and he never really capitalized off that big fight of the year candidate he had against a Poche on Fox last year. You know what I'm saying, on PBC. So it's good to see he won a regional title too. So we'll see what's next for him. I love the Coley fight though. Especially if Lawrence Okoli can't get a unification next. I be in the building. What's good with you, bro? My man Young Billy in the building. Salute to you, bro. What's good with you? Oh, Rod, salute to you, bro. What's going on? Salute. The right side in the building. What's good with you, bro? Salute to you. Salute. All right, moving on. Showbox had a card on Showtime this Friday. Pretty interesting, you know what I'm saying? The first fight, Roman Villa, he beat Boca Chica, Jill Nelson Boca Chica. He dropped him in the second round, and then my man he lost a point for spitting out his mouthpiece, so it was a 10-7 round. And basically, I don't know if he was either respect the power of Villa or he didn't believe in it. He came into the fight 24-1, 24 knockouts. I always say if a guy got a glossy record like that, you believe that shit and you fight accordingly. But this is the second straight performance in a row that Boca Chica really didn't look too good to me. I thought he lost to Shanard Bunch last year, and he got the gift draw in my opinion. But Villa beat him easy. You know what I'm saying? He beat him pretty easy. So he moves on. This fight was at welterweight, so maybe he can get in line for some big fights. He's a Samson Lickowitz boxer. We already know what time it is for Samson and how he moves his fighters, especially at the welterweight or any division. But he probably can make some noise and fight one of these PBC guys, these fringe level guys on the PBC, like looking for a fight. Um, Rashidi Ellis' name come to mind. Uh, Mario Barrios, Abel Ramos, guys like that. You know what I'm saying? So we'll probably see Villa back real soon. The co-main, you have Bernardo Torres versus Francie from Bernardo. This is a pretty tricky fight too. It was a lot of tactical stuff going on. Fernando had the height and reach advantage, and he dropped my man in the fourth round with straight right hand. But it was pretty competitive though. I thought it was close. You know what I'm saying? Maybe a round or two. So for Fernando got the victory. You know what I'm saying? So he moves on. He's a big 126 pounder. So as he developed, I think he can do some things too. You know what I'm saying? It was a pretty competitive fight though. I think the one card was real wide. I ain't believing that. And then the main event, Joseph Adorno versus Hugo Rodin. This is another kind of awkward type of fight. I thought Adorno got off to a good start. You know what I'm saying? I thought he was winning the majority of the rounds early. And then he dropped my man too. So that kind of gave him a nice little lead. But it looked like he was just sitting on the lead. And then Rodin started to get back in the fight. He's awkward. He was fighting on both sides of the plate. He was real herky-jerky. And he got back in the fight. So he closed the scorecards down the stretch. You know what I'm saying? But Joseph don't know when he wins the fight. He picked up an IBF regional title, 140 pounds. So that put him in line. Maybe he can get some good work at 140. We know 140 is crazy, you know what I'm saying, as a division, top to bottom. So put himself back in line to get a decent opportunity. So we'll see. But he didn't really look that spectacular to me. And I don't think his power really carry up all the way up from 135. Because at 135, he's a bigger puncher than he is at 140. But we'll see what's next. Now this one was today. This is Zor Abdulleav versus Giovanni Santillan, 135 pounds. It's for the WBC silver title, which is held by Abdulleav. We remember Abdulleav. He got stopped by Devin Haney a couple years ago, and he's been on a good little run though. He just beat Jorge Linares in February, and he fought my man today. I mean, it was a pretty good fight back and forth. Different guys are staying in the pocket fighting each other. But then Abdulleav started to break him down. The key to the fight was the jab. His jab was much better. He started swelling up Straffion's eye, and Straffion he retired on the stool. You know what I'm saying? After the sixth round, he retired on the stool. So that's a good victory for Abdulleav. You know what I'm saying? It's a good victory. He right there. He's like number 4 in the WBC. So if the title become vacant, if like Devin Haney fight Kamboses and decide to move up, or fight Kamboses and Lomachenko, and after that move up to 40, it could be Pitbull Cruz versus Zor Abdullev. Would be a pretty good fight too. But we'll see. You know what I'm saying? That's still a ways away. But that was a good performance though. So he got 2 good performances this year versus he stopped Jorge Linares and he just stopped Straffon. So hey, those guys is like pretty, those guys is good names in the lightweight division. So it's a pretty good bounce back for him. You know what I'm saying? Coming off the Devin Haney loss. That's what a lot of people remember him by. So yes, sir. So that's what it is. So that's the recap for this weekend or this week past fights. You know what I'm saying? Michael James 616 in the building. What's good with you, bro? Salute. And I forgot to mention this earlier. If you guys miss anything in the live stream, I'm gonna have the timestamps in the description box, you know what I'm saying, by every topic. So you can go back and check it out and you go straight to it, get what you need, and you can keep rocking from there. For sure. So we moving on. Next topic. So of course we gotta talk about this. This was the biggest fight of the weekend. We didn't get it. The death of the queen, you know what I'm saying? So they cancel events and postpone stuff in the UK. So Carissa Shields versus Savannah Marshall, Michaela Mayer versus Alicia Baumgardner. That shit was crazy. The build up for the fight and the promotion was like A1. Probably couldn't get no better. Probably the best we've seen this year. You know what I'm saying? So these ladies gonna run it back. They're gonna reschedule. They're talking about October 15th. You know what I'm saying? But I feel like listen, I was thinking maybe Mayer and Baumgartner can maybe get their own date because they're a top ranked fight. But I guess it's cool to keep it together. It's good with me. As long as I still get to see the fight, I'm cool with it. You know what I'm saying? So speaking on October the 15th is a crazy day of boxing. You know what I'm saying? For me personally, I can only speak for myself. I love it like that when it's like fights early in the morning, fights at midday, and so on and so forth. But we're gonna get to it. So that day is gonna start off with this card right here. I'm gonna touch on it real quick. Bon Quiqui in the building. What's good with you, bro? Salute. I bet. So that day, October the 15th, this card right here, Paro versus Jarvis on the zone, it's gonna be in Australia. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna be early in the morning for us. So they're not gonna have the same time as Devin Haney though. Actually, they're like 18 hours from where Devin Haney them fighting at on the same day. We're gonna get to that. So we'll have an early in the morning card right there to start off October 15th. I'm already blocking that day off. Ain't having nothing scheduled, no family shit, none of that shit popping off because October 15th gonna be crazy. But it's gonna start with this. So 5 o'clock in the AM, whatever, however you get up or whatever. For the East Coast, West Coast will be a little bit early for us. So we got this card. Boom. It don't impede with nothing. You know what I'm saying? Pablo Sanchez, salute to you, bro. Yeah, he's facing the Mayweather kid. Yes, sir. Who you got in that fight? So we got that card. We got that one for that day. Start you off early in the morning. And then we go back to this one. You know what I'm saying? The all-female card, Carissa Shields and Savannah Marshall. Now, it's no guarantee this fight is actually going to happen on that day. But let's just say it will, and it is going to happen, right? Because there's still some stuff at play. Carissa Shields got MMA coming up. She's supposed to come back in November. Is they going to mess that up? How that shit going to work? So it's not a given, but let's say it is. So this card will be midday. You know what I'm saying? It was what was it? 2 o'clock, 2:30. It was gonna start yesterday, so they probably keep that same time. 11 o'clock for the West Coast. So boom, ain't nothing running into each other. We good so far. So far, so good. Of course, we got this fight on the card too. Michaela Mayer versus Alicia Baumgardner. This fight probably should headline. Real talk, like you know what I'm saying. I feel like this fight is so crazy. It's already sold. So if it was on pay per view, they can definitely take my money. But yeah, we rocking with this card heavy. So got 2 cards so far, ain't even touching each other. One early in the morning, one in the midday. You know what I'm saying? So it's all good. For those the ones that he said Tapia, for sure. He said Carissa should focus on boxing, forget MMA. Yeah, they got a pair though. You gotta holler at her about that shit. I think the same thing, but she getting bread though. All right, then we got this card right here, Devin Haney versus George Kamboses II. It's gonna be on ESPN. Now, this no, I hear people complaining about it's gonna run across each other and whatever with the wilder shit. We're gonna get to that after this. But for me, Shit, nobody checking for the undercard. When I hear people say that, I ask them, "What's on the undercard?" And they haven't even released it. Nobody even know it yet, right? But you know, I got it, of course. But nobody else talking about it. As long as the main events don't run across each other, it's all good. Like that's the purpose of us being in this boxing game. This is me talking now. This is what I do. Me being in this boxing game, knowing I be dropping content and being ahead of the game. I got more than one device: computer, tablet, phone, two, three, four TVs. We want to make sure we good, so we ain't really missing nothing. And we missing something, we'll pause some shit and go back and rewind it, and we're gonna catch it right then and there. So all that other shit, bro, motherfuckers complaining, all it's on the same day. We got look for the black community, bro. We good. We got Carissa, we got Devin Haney and Wilder on the same day. Shit, we see a whole Mexican card. They be on the same card. Ain't nobody say nothing. We see a whole Puerto Rican card. Everybody be Gucci. You know what I'm saying? Dominicans, they started having their own cards. So that's what I'm saying. I think it's really much to do about nothing. As a boxing fan, you know what I'm saying? The way these fights are scheduled on this day, you really ain't gonna miss too much. Especially if you came right here and sit there and tell me who is on the undercard of Haney versus Kamboses II. Somebody in the chat let me know who on that undercard. You know what I'm saying? So this one will probably start a little early because they know the drawing power that Deontay Wilder have in the United States. So I expect this to go a little early. They might not. Last time they had like 4 fights on the undercard. Maybe they just shrink it down to 2. You know what I'm saying? Top rank ain't gonna go against the grain and whatever. And they know a lot of people ain't trying to watch this fight anyway because the first fight was a wash. You feel me? So it makes sense for them to go early. So I'm predicting maybe a start time, maybe like shit. They can go 7 o'clock on the East Coast, 8 o'clock at the latest. You know what I'm saying? But we'll see. Now maybe the undercards may bump into each other, stuff like that. That's the purpose of having multiple devices. That's the purpose of that. You know what I'm saying? We like that's what I'm saying. Like it's funny. You know what I'm saying? People talk about undercards, and when we talk about undercards, nobody don't say nothing about the undercard. Like nobody really even speaking on Wilder's undercard. But we got you covered. But just to go back and circle around for this undercard, you got 2 fights. The Maloney brothers, both guys got some good fights on this card. I think it's world title eliminators. Jason Maloney, that's the one who fights at 118. He's gonna face Nompar Sarambasai for the WBC final eliminator. You know what I'm saying? So he can be mandatory for uh, anyway. You know what I'm saying? And then you have Andrew Maloney at 115. He's going to face the veteran Dominican fighter Roberto Jimenez. So those are 2 fights on the card. So who checking for the Maloney brothers? Let's keep it a buck. I mean, I know we got hardcore fans and shit like that. I get it, but ain't nobody checking for them. We're gonna see Devin Haney, and then we're gonna want to see that this. I'm gonna talk about the next card too. We're gonna want to see that the co-main to Wilder, and then Wilder. So come on, y'all, don't lie to me. You feel me? Don't lie to me. Let's keep it a book, and I'll let everybody know that week of the fight week. I'll let everybody know they're rocking with me, the start times and shit like that, so you won't miss nothing. You know what I'm saying? Because if it was all about undercard fights, we'll be talking about that shit more than the main event, but we don't. So that should be funny to me. Had to put that out there. He said, Brazil versus Australia co-main. Um, I don't know. I was thinking that, but I'm not sure. But see, that all depends on what happens with Triple G. Now they waiting on Triple G because it don't make sense just to make that fight for an interim title. Same situation with Ponce and Matias. I mean, you'd rather fight for the vacant title than an interim title. Then you still gonna have to face an eliminator again. So they're probably waiting to see what's gonna happen next week. I wouldn't be surprised if it gets on that card. That'd be dope. But I ain't mentioned that because I'm not sure what Triple G gonna do. It could be a long process. And then again, Janabek may want to defend against one of those 2 guys. So that's why I didn't mention that fight. Falco versus Zarafa. We definitely own it though. It says some folks just have yeah, that's what it is. I think Makabu is on that card. Now Makabu got his own card. I forgot the date. It's just got announced. I want to say November 19th. He's gonna face the Ryan Rozeski, the kid who fought Oscar Rivas. Folks say they wanted Spence Crawford to negotiate behind the scenes and yeah, they talk about that shit every day. Antoine versus Haney. Antoine Russell versus Haney. How you feel about that fight? I like that fight. I hope it happens someday in the future. I'm not sure how soon, but I like that fight. I think if Haney is campaigning if we're gonna campaign at 40, he gonna see him eventually. OTB in the building. What's good with you, bro? Salute. So we got this card right here, and it ain't gonna be too much major clashing with these cards. Of course, we got Wilder versus Helenius that night, so they probably start like 6 o'clock. They got undercard fights too on Fox. How many of y'all watched the Fox prelims last week with Weez Ortiz? How many of y'all watched those and shit? You know what I'm saying? So like they be like that's why I'll be tripping off that. Nobody watching undercards like that. If they are, break it down for me. You know what I'm saying? But this card is gonna be pretty decent. Now we lost one. I'm gonna talk about it later. So Matias versus Ponce, but it's all good. You got this one right here headlining. Michelle Rivera is supposed to be on the card. Frank Sanchez versus Carlos Negron. Vito Melnicki. So it's other guys that that be on the prelims and Fox before the pay-per-view. And then you got the co-main. So this where it may be a little clash. You may run into the main event with Haney and Kamboses maybe clash with this one. Maybe they may be off a few rounds. You know what I'm saying? This fight can just be starting, and Haney Kamboses may be like in the 6th round or some shit. If Haney Kamboses is like it was in the first fight, and I see that shit after the 4th round, I'm turning that shit. I'm gonna keep it a buck. I'm gonna just go back and forth, or I ain't gonna have my undivided attention, because we've seen that before, right? Let's keep it a book. Let's keep it honest with each other. Like all three, the top black fighters, all 3 top black fighters that like get a lot of black support, they fight on the same day. Carissa, Haney, and Wilder. You know what I'm saying? The least the one that I'm least interested in is Haney versus Kamboses, because I know how that shit gonna go again. So I'm just keeping the buck as a fan. But this is a hell of a fight too. So it's like I want to see how this shit start. Caleb Plant versus Anthony Durrell. They got some storylines to it. These guys don't like each other. Caleb Plant got a new coach. Both of the coaches got some history, because J Rock left one coach to go to the other coach. They went back to the other coach. All type of shit. So definitely gonna be tapped in with this one. You know what I'm saying, on the undercard. So we'll see. He said Wilder wins. Why not AJ versus Wilder? Yeah, I'm with that too. Why not? I'm with it. Hopefully they can sit down and make the fight. You think Canelo still may face Makabu if it can be made? Nah, I think if Canelo win and Bivol win, they fight in May 2023. If Bivol lose, then I don't know what Canelo will do. Maybe the Makabu may come back up. They ain't dealing with Makabu as long as Don King is in the mix. You gotta think about that too. I know it sounds good, but Don King, he got Makabu. He ain't getting, you know what I'm saying? It don't make no sense to do business with him if he's still acting the way he acting. You know what I'm saying? Canelo acknowledged Makabu's power. That fight might not happen. Makabu, Mr. Papu, the boxing fan. He said, to be honest, I'm gonna pick Plant versus the Real over. Yeah, me too. I would. That's what I'm saying. I want to see how. I'm pretty sure Haney would be in the ring before that fight start. If it's starting to look like it was looking in June, yeah, we gonna switch our attention for sure. I got Plant winning and stopping the Real. I got Plant winning out boxing him. I don't know about stopping him. Makabu will struggle with the movement. He's slow. Yeah, he's slow. Makabu from Baltimore. Congolese. Yeah, that's my man's brother. What's his name? Martin Bacoli. That's his brother. I mean, someday, not next. I have no interest in. Oh yeah, probably someday. Yeah, we'll see. Yeah, I'm pretty sure. pretty sure someday, for sure on that. So October 15th, man, I don't really think it's too much to worry about. You know what I'm saying? I think it's gonna be spread out enough, and the Haney card isn't as significant than the Wilder coming back, and even the rail fight. So even if you complaining about missing both cards at only the same time, I don't think the main event's gonna clash, and those are the most important thing. You know what I'm saying? Because ain't nobody checking for no Maloney brothers. I'll keep it a book. I'm talking about outside of myself and like the real hardcore fan. Nobody really checking for them. Because first thing y'all gonna see when y'all see their opponents, y'all gonna be like, "Who is these opponents?" You know what I'm saying? So it's all good for sure. He said, "Yeah, I made Haney Kamboses post fight interview before the opening bell. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. But I still gonna watch it and support it. But if that shit looking like before, I don't know. All right, so we're moving on. So we got an update on this one right here. This is a good fight, you know what I'm saying? So Marv Nation won the purse bid for Jose Zepeda and Regis Prograis. They had like 10 days or so to submit a deposit to the WBC. It's like an escrow situation. So both guys will fight for whoever's left of whoever's left of it. I think it's 50-50 split. And then whoever wins get the escrow bread. So they went ahead and did that. They don't have a location and don't have a date yet, but that's still a good sign. A lot of these upstart promotions, they don't even do that. They don't drop a deposit or nothing like that. So at least these guys go in the right direction. Marv Nation is a local type of it's a local promotion company from LA. They just did the co-promotional card with Golden Boy on Thursday. You know what I'm saying? So they upstarts and stuff. They got some big name Mexican fighters that's backing them and stuff like that. Marco Antonio Barrera and guys like that that's rocking with them. So they got some namesake. So this like their biggest jump. They did something that's interesting. They hired Mark Taffet to help them with the pay-per-view. Mark Taffet is a guy that worked at HBO pay-per-view from like 91 to 2015. So think about it. All the pay-per-views from that time, he was involved in it. And currently he's working with Carissa Shields. He's her manager. You know what I'm saying? So he know a little bit about some pay-per-view. So they trying to take this fight to a pay-per-view. You know what I'm saying? So we'll see. Fight TV. My man said Paramount, something like that. I can see it on some type of pay-per-view type of service and shit like that. So we'll see. You know what I'm saying? I like the fight though. Zepeda versus Prograis. It's for the vacant WBC title. Um, shit, I got Prograis winning the fight, but I like Zepeda too. He's a power counter puncher. He can make shit difficult for Regis Prograis. You know what I'm saying? So we'll see. I'm hearing like late November, maybe December. You know what I'm saying? I know the WBC won a champion this year because they feel like Josh Taylor been holding up the division. So now they pushing the issue to get this title fight on the way. So we'll see. It's a hell of a fight though. He said Prograis. Yeah, I like Prograis. He said post fight. I meant it's all good, bro. I got you. Love that fight. Yeah, that's a hell of a fight. Look like a guaranteed KO fight, but you never know in boxing. Yeah, you never know. You know what I'm saying? I know both guys they're gonna be respectful of each other power because both guys can crack. Rougarou, yes sir. I like Regis in the fight. That's a good fight. Yep, vacant title on the line. You know they're gonna come with it. My man Paro in the building. What's good with you, bro? The Scalp Collective. Salute to you. What's good with you? The fans are the winner. Yeah, for sure. See I'm glad that these guys actually, they dropped their deposit because we don't need no more scandal in the sport of boxing like that. So it's cool. So we'll see. You know what I'm saying? We'll see. All right. Now we got a fight that just got ordered by the IBF. You got Sonny Edwards. He's an IBF 112-pound champion. He made a couple of defenses. You know what I'm saying? He went ordered to face the former champion at 108 pounds, Felix Alvarado. This is a hell of a fight, man. They got 30 days to negotiate. I like the fight. It's a classic type of matchup. Sonny Edwards is a boxer, mover, switch hitter. You know what I'm saying? You got to cut the ring off on him, or you ain't gonna beat him. And then Alvarado is an aggressive, come forward guy. He big, big, strong guy. I know at 108, I was looking at him like how he making the weight. So he'll probably fill out even more at 112. So he gonna have to cut the ring off and go to the body and make Sonny Edwards sit and fight with him. And then Sonny Edwards, this guy keep his movement, jab. You know what I'm saying? Sonny Edwards might be the best southpaw, might be the best switch hitter in boxing. While y'all talking, I know we'll give it to Bud, we'll give it to Boots, but he's always switching too. And he's defending a world title. So I think us boxing fans, I think we gotta broaden our horizons and shit. We only go with what we see, what we hear, what we know. It's a lot of shit out there, bro. It's a lot of guys out here doing this sport too, and a lot of good fighters. But we'll see what happens with this. We're supposed to got the unification between Sonny Edwards and El Rey Martinez. That fight fell out. Martinez is gonna face another guy from South Africa in October. Y'all should be hearing something about that soon. So we'll see, man. Yeah, we'll see. I think Alvarado is not with Golden Boy anymore, so maybe they can make that fight easier. We'll see. Sonny Evans is with Pro Bellum, so yes, sir. I like the fight though. It's a tough fight for both. I got feelings Zepeda gonna pull it off, bro. I like both of them. Alvarado gonna win this. Watch he gonna stop. He gonna stop Sonny. I don't know. I like Alvarado though. I like him I like him. He good people. You know what I'm saying? He always willing to drop gems and shit when I hit him up, talk to him. So I want him to win. It's just let's see if we're gonna cut the ring off. That's the biggest thing. Scrapbook boxing in the building. What's good with you, bro? Salute. So yeah, so that's a good fight. So we should be hearing more about that. You know what I'm saying? In the days to come. All right, we got some signings I want to talk about. So I spoke on this one earlier. Simon Kean from Canada. He just signed with Top Rank. So automatically, when I seen him sign with Top Rank, I thought about him being an opponent for Jared Big Baby Anderson. So we'll see. But like I said, his opponent protested. Like as soon as the bell rang, he started protesting, and he basically got an easy knockout victory. So we'll see. Simon King, I don't know. He's more like a fringe contender type of guy. He got a lot of knockouts. You know what I'm saying? 20, I think he's like 21-0 with 20 knockouts, 21-1 with 20 knockouts, something like that. So we'll see. We'll see. So Top Rank signed him. They're working with this promotion company in Canada, Eye of the Tiger. So they basically doing a co-promotional deal and working with their top fighters and giving them a good spotlight. So we'll see. And hopefully he'll come back soon because he ain't even getting no work over the weekend. Sive Nontshinga, this is the new IBF champion at 108 pounds. So he just signed with Matchroom. So that's a good look. I mean, 108, if you guys haven't been following this division, it got a lot of smoke. And on November the 1st, we're about to get a lot of clarity. We got the number 1 guy, Kawaguchi, versus number 2 guy, Kenshiro. Some people have him flip-flop. I actually like Kenshiro better. But those guys going to fight November the 1st. Unification, WBA and WBC on the line. And then on that undercard, you got the WBO champion, Jonathan Gonzalez. He's going to defend his title. So those guys, the winners of those fights are supposed to meet in May. You know what I'm saying? And that card should be shown on the Zone. Kawaguchi is the Zone fighter, Matchroom fighter. He's with Canelo Alvarez. So them signing the Ganji, that means they setting up for a big time undisputed fight at 108 pounds sometime next year. So expect the Ganji after he heal up, he may get a I'm not sure his mandatory status, but he may get a fight or two, and they're gonna try to build him up to get the winner of the 3 belts that's gonna go down in Japan, November the 1st, and then May 2023. So that's a good sign, though. This is a young kid too. Young kid, he can box. You know what I'm saying? He showed he got some power. So that's a good move for them. You know what I'm saying? Sonny been dropped and hurt by guys that don't have KO. Yeah, we're gonna see though. We're gonna see. Like I said, we're gonna see if we're gonna cut the ring off and be consistent with that. If he can't do that, he gonna get 10. It's gonna be 10 rounds to 2. You know what I'm saying? That's just how I see it. If he can do it and land that power, because he is a strong puncher, I agree with all that. But in fights like this, you got to do it. You got to show me. Because I actually think Sonny Evers got better since he became champion. And my man moving up, we'll see if he's just going to be following Sonny Evers around. But like I said, I'm always willing to bet. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Like you ducked out on the Kamboses. You didn't want to give me no smoke for Carissa Shields and Savannah Marshall. I mean, shit. Let me know. Let me know what you're trying to do. He can cut the ring off, bro. He beat better fighters too. Yeah, let's see. Let's see. Like I said, my shit always open. You know where to find me too whenever you want to do this shit. You know what I'm saying? But you've been turning down my bet, so I don't know. All right, moving on. So we got a re-signing right here. Marlen Esparza just re-up with Golden Boy. So she's basically the main female champion on that stable now since Sinista is gone. They got Yoka Valle, so they can both, build them. But Esparza doing her own thing at 112 pounds, unified champion. She's trying to fight. She's trying to go undisputed at 112. So she got her own path. So her re-upping, that makes sense, and that's what's up. I mean, Kean in the building. What's good with you, bro? Salute to you. He said peace to the chat. Salute to you. So that means she'll probably have something coming up real soon. She just fought. She looked pretty good. You know what I'm saying? I like her to go undisputed and then maybe try 115 or whatever. But Marlen can fight though. She's an Olympian, bronze medalist, been around for a long time. So we'll see. But this is definitely a good move, and it's a good indicator that they really behind her at Golden Boy. They always been. So we'll see. So she just re-up. And then we'll talk about some fights that has been rescheduled to we got another date. So we got this one right here, JoJo Diaz versus William Zepeda. Yeah, at 135 pounds, two southpaws going at it. I like the fight. You know what I'm saying? Both guys seem like they want to sit and bang with each other. Zepeda is the bigger puncher, for sure. I like him. You know what I'm saying? I think for me, I think I like JoJo in the fight because I like his experience. I like his chin. You know what I'm saying? I think he's more versatile. I think this is the time JoJo gonna have to box a little bit, not sit in the pocket the whole time. Zepeda really have been looking good his last couple of fights. You know what I'm saying? Not based off how he looked against Tanahada. Looked like he was gonna be like the Earl Spence of 135 with that type of style. But he kind of took a couple steps back. He's still a good fighter though, strong and solid. He got a hell of a work rate. So I think this fight definitely it probably can be a fight of the year because JoJo ain't really moving. JoJo haven't been boxing and moving using lateral movement since he was at 126. He been trying to walk you down and sit down and fight with you. We'll see if he can do that against the Zepeda, who is a big puncher. You're gonna be giving him a lot of opportunities. We'll see, but I think it's a recipe for a fight of the year. October 29th, that's the new date. It was originally set for November the 5th. Zerto versus Bivol took that date. Bivol versus Zerto took that date, same way. So then they went to November 19th. So they hopped off that date quick because you already know what's coming. The big one is coming November 19th. So they went back up to October 29th. So that was a good move. They kept the fight intact. You know what I'm saying? On Golden Boy is going to go down in San Diego. That's another big day of boxing. Lomachenko coming back. Jake Paul running shit now. So he's coming back that day. So we'll see. But this is a hell of a fight, though. And it put these guys in line for a world title. And put the guy in line to get Ryan Garcia if he don't fight Tank in December. So it's a lot on the line, though. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot. It's a step up for Zepeda. JoJo, it may be. I don't know if this between this guy and maybe Shab Rachmanov, who's the bigger puncher he's faced. I'm not sure. JoJo had an up and down performance last year. I thought the Rachmanov fight, he could have lost that fight. I scored the draw legitly, but it could have went either way. Then he lost to Devin Haney. Kind of got outboxed and outworked a little bit. So JoJo got a lot of shit to prove too. He wants some big fights. So we'll see, man. He said facts since 126. JoJo speed. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. He been sitting down and fighting a lot. So we'll see if that formula works with Zepeda. You know what I'm saying? And then the last one, this fight got rescheduled. It's supposed to be on the undercard of Wilder versus Helenius, October the 15th. Subriel Matias versus Jeremias Ponce for the vacant IBF title at 140 pounds. Um, so what happened? You know, these guys been working on this date and this fight for the longest time. The original thing was them to fight for the IBF interim. Ponce, he's the #1 guy. He really didn't want to do that because he wanted to fight. He wanted the title to fight for the vacant title. Don't got no problem fighting Matisse. He just wanted to be for the vacant title. Um, their team seeing that Josh Taylor was vacating belts willy nilly. You know what I'm saying? The WBA, the WBC. So they were like, shit. Let's see, can we force the IBF to order the fight with him and Taylor, so the belt can become vacant if Taylor don't accept it. That's what happened. Now we got it for the full title. The fight was already gonna happen. They're just gonna do it for the full title. Now, PBC, who is Matisse, who he working with, they made the deal. You know what I'm saying, to get Ponce on the card or get Ponce on the Wilder card. So they got the fight. So now it got pushed off for the October date, October 15th date. I mean, they said November, so it's 2 dates in November PBC has. November 5th and November 19th. So November 5th is the Minnesota card. You know what I'm saying? With Dave Morrell. So it may not be on that one. You know what I'm saying? Because dealing with the money and all that shit, what it look like in the budget, it makes sense to go on November 19th on the big one, on that undercard. Spice that undercard up a little bit. I know Stanley Jones is on there. Then you can add this to the undercard. Hopefully we can get Frank Martin versus Colbert. If they can get on the card, and some other fights, some other welterweights on that undercard. So we'll see. But I know these guys have been training and shit like that, and that shit's crazy. They got to keep waiting and waiting. But I think the fight is gonna happen this year. And me, I'm like, I understand what the fight is going through, but shit, as long as the fight happens, it's gonna be good. Whether it happened 6 months ago or happened 2 months later, 2 months from now, it's gonna be a hell of a fight though. So yeah, and 140 pounds, like I said, that division is crazy for sure. OG Tate in the building. What's good with you, bro? He said, when you move up to extra weight, slows you down. Yeah, yep. That's true. That's true. And it slows you down. And I don't know if it, like JoJo gave him a sense of like, I can sit there and bang with these guys. Because he fight like he got a lot of power or something. You know what I'm saying? JoJo really ain't been sleeping none. You know what I'm saying? Not that I can remember. Maybe accumulation punches. So that's what it is, man. So that's the video. So I'll leave some room for some questions. Anybody got some questions? About 10 extra minutes or something like that. Feel free to tap in. If not, I'm gonna close it out. But like I said before earlier in the video, I'm gonna drop the timestamps in the description box so you guys can go back and tap in. If you need to go straight to the topic, get what you need, it's all good, bro. You know what I'm saying? Because I ain't gonna lie. Sometimes I go to somebody's video and I see the title, and those guys not even talking about nothing that the title said. So I gotta wait like 40 minutes into the video instead of just going straight to it. Like, you know what I'm saying? Attention span kind of low. You know what I'm saying? We're trying to get what we need and move on. You know what I'm saying? Back and forth like that. So I'm gonna definitely do that. I got it broken down in my description box. So once this video is done, I'm gonna go back and put the timestamps, and we're gonna be good. He says November 26th, 29th, real. I'm going with November 19th. November 29th, that shit is fake as hell because ain't nobody fighting on no Tuesday. November 26th, I can say that's a possibility, but I doubt it. You know what I'm saying? I doubt that. But if it happens, it happens. But the 29th for sure. The 26th, I would say it's a possibility. The 29th, hell no. And then even if it's on Thanksgiving, to me, see, I look at it differently. You know what I'm saying? For this fight, he said the Crawford, yeah, Spencer Crawford. I look at it different for me. For me, I'm gonna watch it regardless. So if they say the pay per view is tomorrow, I'm getting it. You know what I'm saying? So I don't need to make no arrangements and do this and do that or whatever I gotta do. You know what I'm saying? If people are saying, and the way shit's working with tickets and stuff like that and travel and stuff, you can always cancel your shit. If you know the fight is gonna be either on the 19th, let's say it's on the 19th or the 26th, you can book both times. Y'all support the fighters, so book you can book both of them and just cancel one of the whichever one is not on, cancel that one. It's more flexible right now. This is what I learned after COVID and stuff. The hotels and stuff, they allow you to cancel shit even before COVID. Before COVID, they won't let you cancel none. But now you can book something, cancel it. So I don't really buy all that shit. Like people, oh, we didn't know when the fight gonna happen because man, I gotta book. Man, you can book it and cancel and get your money back. It's all good. It's money well spent. And plus, if you get it ahead of time, you will be paying probably $200-300 less for your room. Because if you get it right at watch, if once the shit get announced, once the fight get announced, if the shit $200 now for a night, it's gonna be like $500-600 a night once they get announced. So I don't know. But the 29th, I don't know where that date came from. Maybe, I don't know, whoever put that out, maybe they had the 6 and the 9 flipped up. Maybe they had that flipped up when they had it, when they were looking at it. I don't know. Or maybe that 9 got the wrong number in front of it. Maybe it should be on 1 in front of it. I don't know. He said, but it's 12 weeks already. I mean, those guys is training. You know what I'm saying? So what is it affecting? Is it affecting the guys that's training that's not gonna be ready, or is it affecting the fans from not buying it? If the fans are fans going to the fight, if they going to the fight, then like I said, you can book, cancel, whatever date. Or is it hurting? What's it hurting? Is it hurting the people for buying the pay per view? Is it hurting the promotion? The promotion, we come on YouTube every day, we hear about the fight. Every day. Anybody's channel. If you ask them about this fight, the dudes can go on for an hour just talking. So what is it really hurting? Because the promotion part, that's for them. That's for the promoters and the casual fans. Like I can't speak on that. So if you it depends what perspective you coming from. If you asking me, a hardcore fan that's got knowledge and the inside of the sport, it don't really matter when the fight get announced. You know what I'm saying? It's already built up to me because you got like the number 1, number 2 guy in the division. You got top 5 pound for pound guys fighting for undisputed. So it's already sold for me. But if you're speaking on the casual fan, I don't know how they thinking because I can care less. Like I gotta keep it a buck. So yeah, no, I appreciate you, bro. It's all good. I'm just saying, what's the difference of a promotion if we know the fight is supposed to be next and we know what's happening? It don't really matter. The promotion is for the networks, the promoter. If the fighters want to make more bread, it's on them. But for the hardcore fans, the ones that always gonna be there, we're gonna be there at your 12th fight when you fighting in a bar, and we're gonna be there when you're a pay-per-view star, all the way up your whole career. The casual fans, I don't know when they're gonna be there or not. I don't know. So I can't speak for what they're looking for. I can only speak for me. And me knowing that the 19th that's the date that I got solidified 2 months ago. The other dates are just people is because it's quiet. See, my man said this earlier too. I'm gonna see can I go back and find it. My man Dilo said it. I gotta go find it. But he basically said uh, you know, when everything was quiet, here you go. I think it's right here. This shit makes perfect sense. Folks say they wanted Spencer Crawford to negotiate behind the scenes, then get on here lying, crying every day because they don't know what's going on. That's exactly what's going on. Like it's best to me, them guys being quiet and not really saying nothing, that's the best news we can get. So if it came out, even if it's not in November, if it's December the 3rd or some shit, it don't matter as long as the fight happening. You know what I'm saying? Because everybody in here, everybody on these YouTube streets is not going to the fight. I'll be going to those big fights and shit, the Wilder fights and shit. I don't be seeing half the people that be on here raising Cain for Wilder. I don't be seeing them. They be on here. You said something bad about Wilder, 3-hour live stream. But when Wilder got a fight, I can't make it. Come on, bro. I think they're just talking. They're just talking. The fight gonna happen. If it don't, we move on. Like it's fights in boxing that we never got. Shit. I only think about it until something like this come up. You know what I'm saying? My man Tank in the bill. What's good with you, bro? I prefer watching the comfort of my own home anyway. I don't need to be at the fights for me to exactly, bro. You catch more stuff. You catch more stuff at home on watching on TV than at the fights. If people plan on going to the fights, I understand that too. But me, I'll be all right. So there you go. I like that perspective, bro. Salute to you. Yeah, I understand it. You know what I'm saying? But see, that's why I brought up the point about the counseling thing. If you think if you whoever you go to for your source of information, if them guys telling you that shit gonna be on the 26th, book the 26th. If it's not on the 26th, you're gonna know well before then, because they're not gonna announce. They let you book, they let you cancel 24 hours before the fight. So you know what I'm saying? You can book that shit and whatever. So I don't know. I'm saying this fight is this important to people that want to go. You will make those type of sacrifices, even if you gotta come out the pocket, because you either get one or the other back. You know what I'm saying? So that's how I look at it. Maybe it's I don't know. Teaching the building. What's good with you, bro? He says it's been a minute for Tank. He said, what weight class was JoJo and Zepeda? That's 135. Both guys are ranked in the WBC and WBA. I think Zepeda has some type of WBA title. I forgot which one it is. So that's going to improve their rankings and probably get them a bigger fight, just in case if Ryan and Tank don't happen. The winner of that should be in line to get that fight. Or they can do other stuff, you know what I'm saying? Put themselves in position for a mandatory just in case Haney vacates. Just in case. So this fight right here is maybe an eliminator at the end of the day. We'll see. But that's a hell of a fight. It's exactly 100% facts. Yes, sir. So there's ways around it, though. You know what I'm saying? That's why I would tell anybody that's waiting for the day. Oh, when this fight gonna happen, bro? It's gonna happen. Man, listen. There's so much boxing content. Really, if you just wait for that fight, I get it. But like the people out here complaining about it is like people who do content and shit. I thought JoJo says next fight be at 130. Man, that shit's at 135, bro. I heard him say that too. I was thinking maybe he was trying to get an opportunity. See this what it is. This what happened. Golden Boy, they was banking on Roger Gutierrez to win. If Roger Gutierrez would have won, he would have brought that belt back to Golden Boy. His first fight, his next title defense would be against JoJo. That's why he probably said that. Because think about it, he missed weight by 3 pounds when he defended his world title. So you trying to tell me? Now I ain't saying it's impossible, but you trying to tell me a guy that missed weight by that much? He ain't missed it by an ounce or half a pound. He missed it by 3 pounds. So you telling me, oh shit, he gonna go back to 130? All right, what he going back down there for? It's got to be a world title if you're gonna sacrifice, right? So that's my theory, but we'll see. As far as I know, it's at 135. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I know like a lot of people that complain about the announcement of the fight, they ain't even going. And if they are going, shit, you can book it. Man, people travel all the time and have a contingency plan. If you really don't have a contingency plan or a backup plan, however you want to say it, then you kind of lost in the sauce, really, because shit can change and happen and this, that, and the third. I know we go to the venue, like MGM, we'll look and see what they got going on that weekend and shit. And be like, nope, it's not gonna be the MGM. And man, if you going to a big fight in Vegas, you just need to be in Vegas. Shit. You don't need to be at the hotel there's at or whatever. You just need to be in Vegas. You know what I'm saying? So we'll see. Hopefully it get announced. I just want to get announced so everybody that's complaining about it can kind of, you know what I'm saying, chill on it. And then we can break down the fight, I guess. Or maybe it'd be something else. It may be something else will come up. You know what I'm saying? Oh, they waited too long. Uh, I don't know. Both guys wear Everlast gloves. So I don't know. Some shit gonna come up against one side or the other. So I don't know. It just depends where you at and what you think about the fight. But it's I think it's gonna happen. I think it's gonna be a hell of a fight, and they may have to do it a second time. That's how I look at it. But yeah, so if that's it. No more questions. Yo, I appreciate everybody coming through the building for sure. You know what I'm saying? Rocking out with me. Like I said, I'm gonna drop some timestamps in the description box. So if you guys need to go back and catch anything, you can definitely do that. You can follow me on my social media, Twitter at OverJ, Instagram Does Boxing. You know what I'm saying? Feel free to tap in. That's my time, and I'm out.